Right, how are we doing, guys? Welcome to Hamilton. Sunday the 3rd December 2023, left Auckland, got the bus, 2 hours, slept, and now we're here. We're in Auckland, we're in Hamilton. So it's these two, Georgia, Kelsey. Met Georgia in Edinburgh about 2 months ago, got trying. She was like, oh, I'm from New Zealand. I was like, okay, I'm coming in like 2 months. And now we're here. So yeah, we're gonna just show me around the bits of Hamilton that I think there's not many. Not many. So weather's not great. We're meant to go to the gardens today, but it's not great. So we're gonna go. We're in this indoor shopping centre, which seems quite bougie and very like well, it's like an independent, like that sort of vibe. So we're just gonna have a little gander. Basically, make a day of the crap weather is probably the best way of describing it. So I want to show you, see what we get up to. Right, tour of Hamilton done and dusted by Georgia and Kelsey. Shout out for them for coming out, come say hi. It was yeah, not a great tour. It was raining and there's just not a lot to do in Hamilton, but they did show me the best bits. We went to the lake, we went to obviously that sort of cool shopping park which you guys saw. And now we just went for a drink because it was just rainy. We want to go to the gardens, but because of the rain, it's obviously no point doing it really. It's a bit frustrating, but it is what it is. But yeah, shout out again for coming out and meeting me, much appreciated. And yeah, then we just went for sort of a drink after, just chat about property and travelling and life and Europe and Australia, New Zealand, and yeah, really good to yeah, see them and meet them, or meet Kelsey and see Georgia again. And now I'm walking back into town because I'm trying to sort this tour out. Basically, I'm trying to go to Hobbiton and I'm trying to go to the Glow Caves, and I cannot seem to sort it out. There seems to be no tours going from Hamilton. So I've asked the hostel, the guy at the hostel was about this, it was just useless really. He just gave me a website and there isn't even advertised on the website. So I'm actually going to go to some of the hotels and see if anyone knows how I can get this tour done. Because that's the only reason I'm here. This is the only reason I came to Hamilton. There's nothing else going on in Hamilton. It is dead. The square root is dead. So I'm gonna go and have a look and see if any of the hotels know how to book this tour, because someone will have done it. Like, Hamilton's the closest place to these two places. Hobbiton's 40 minutes. I think the caves are 35 to an hour. So they know I know it's doable. Someone will have done it. It's just a case of finding how. Obviously there's loads of tours going from Auckland, but there just doesn't seem to be any tours from here, so that's the next job. Again, that's the reason I came here. I've got tomorrow, I've got Wednesday most of the day, and I just assumed it would kind of be a nice and easy kind of like turn up on the day sort of job. Obviously the loads from going from Auckland, so don't know, gonna try and work it out, see if I can sort it. If not, what a waste of time coming to Hamilton. It is what it is. Right, let's have a look. Right, dinner done, so cheeky Nando's. Now I'm just going to head back to my hostel, view a supermarket, see if I can nip to a supermarket. I don't think they're going to be open though, but yeah, I don't know what to think of Hamilton. It's very dead, very quiet, built up at all, and even though it was a Sunday, like the city was just, the city centre was just dead. Very, very disappointed. I had been told it's quiet, hence why I've only got the 2 nights in it, and like I said, it was only to simply do the caves and the Hobbiton. I still haven't managed to sort out. So I'm going to have to go to the information centre tomorrow and see if I can sort it out. It may involve hiring a car for a day and just doing it, because otherwise it's just going to be a bit of a waste being here. I would much rather have just moved on. But yeah, we'll see how this vlog's going to pan out now, because I can't do the caves and Glowworm. It's just caves and Hobbiton. There's going to be not much for me to show you really. So yeah, it's uncomfortably quiet here. Very, very uncomfortably quiet. I feel like I'm just going to get mugged. Like, it's like there's a feeling in the air. It's very difficult to explain. It just, I don't know, the only way I can describe it is like I've walked through areas of America that aren't great and you feel like it's unsafe, and that's how it feels. But I know it's not, because obviously there's lots of buildings, there's no graffiti, it's very clean and very tidy. I just think it's like this unusual sort of feeling in the air. It's very difficult to explain, but I just feel on edge, even though there's nothing for me to feel on edge about. I'm in New Zealand, which is, touch wood, a very safe country, it's clean and tidy, but I don't know, just it's a lack of cars in a sort of a big-ish town. So yeah, it's just very weird, and it's a Sunday, so you expect to be a bit more busier, but yeah, I'm not sure. Right, I'm gonna basically call it an end of today. Disappointing day to say the least. See you tomorrow. Morning, how are we doing? Monday the 4th of December 2023, and you join me in Hamilton bus station, still in Hamilton. So I finally sorted going to the Glow Caves and to Hobbiton. Absolute nightmare trying to sort out, but went to the tourist information office first thing this morning and I've sorted it. Woohoo! Absolute nightmare. Like such a hard mission. So I love traveling, just like a lot of it's problem solving. How do I get here, or how do we sort that out, and what do we do with this? And so yeah, I'm a very happy guy this morning because I've actually got something to do. Because as I discussed last night, Hamilton, the most boring place I've possibly ever been to. Apologies to anyone who lives there, but as a traveller it's not that much fun. But we're booked up now, I've got stuff to do. So going to the Glow Caves today, and then tomorrow go to Hobbiton, and then tomorrow evening I get the bus to the East Coast to Taronga. So I'm fully maximised my time here, which is good. So you're gonna see me, I'm at the bus station now, at the bus station. Next scenes will be somewhere near the Glow Caves. I think it's about 45 minutes or an hour bus, I think. So yeah, next scenes will be there. Stay tuned for adventures. So arrived at the Glowworm Caves. So just waiting, gotta wait about half an hour before my tour starts. Basically, there's 3 different types of caves here. You've got the Glowworm Caves and the Crawlers. The other 2 I'm not interested in doing because they're just caves, whereas these ones are like, everyone I've said or I've spoken to who's been here said you have to do these. Like the Glowworm, because that's like the main one, or the main like one that sort of most people do, sort of cave before. But this one, again, it's one of these things that I can only sort of do in New Zealand to my knowledge, so I'm just doing that one. So, next scenes will be probably in a cave somewhere in about half an hour. See you in a bit. Just leaving the cave now, so just finished our tour. It's pretty good actually, very interesting. We weren't allowed to take photos or videos sort of inside the cave. Bit annoying, but the best way of describing it, so like, it's almost like you're looking at the sky on a starry night. It's just all glowing. But yeah, so basically what happened was we went down into the caves and he spoke a bit about the cave structure and different formations, etc. And then we got on a little boat and that took us sort of into the cave and on water, and then we just finished off just behind us then. So yeah, it's pretty good. I think it's worth a visit. Again, it's one of these things where like, where else in the world can you see that? And yeah, it's one of those where it's like, I think it's probably one of the few places in the world you can see sort of glowworm and glowworm caves, and yeah, it was quite cool. So yeah, can't recommend it enough. It was definitely worth doing if you're in this part of the world. So that is basically exactly what it's like inside. Bright glowworms, and then what they did as well was turn the lights on and off, so when they're off you can just obviously see the glowing, but then when the lights are on you could see like the webs, which I think that's probably the best way of describing it. So yeah, it was yeah, quite good. Right, so I'm just waiting for my bus to go back to Hamilton, but I just had to have a talk about this. I can't remember if I've spoken about it, but basically when everyone talks about New Zealand, I've met people when I've been travelling, they've always said New Zealand and Philippines are the best 2 places to go, you've had the most amazing time. However, one thing that is really frustrating me, annoying me in New Zealand is how bad the transport system is. Now, I can't remember if I spoke about this on the Auckland vlog, but I need to speak about it again. Trying to sort on anything out is incredibly difficult. If you take it back to Asia, Asia's built for backpackers and travellers. So like, you'll go to hostels, you'll be able to book trips, transport, there's trains, ferries. You can just go to a hostel, or you can just go to the hotel next door or down the street, and you'll be able to sort it out. Most of the time you don't even need to stay, you do it at your hostel. Obviously you can negotiate on price by going to different hotels and hostels, and you'll get a better price. But even simply just the ability to just book something through your own hostel that you're staying at, it's just very easy. Whereas I found so far it's an absolute nightmare to book stuff. You have to book everything online via intercity buses to travel around on public transport. The train system is basically non-existent. To try and get to some of the better places, or like the more like the incredible scenery, you kind of do need a car or a bus, or sorry, you need a car or you need transport of some sort. And most of the time you can't actually get there via public transport because the public transport doesn't go, or it takes forever to get there. So as a bit of a heads up, right, for anyone coming to New Zealand, I'd say either get a car or a camper van, and just assume that the public transport is going to be the square root of rubbish, basically. It's very frustrating, and it's probably, considering like a Western nation, you know, a very economically developed nation with you know, a reasonably high GDP, etc. The transport system is just horrendous, absolutely horrendous, and I'm very disappointed, very disappointed. So yeah, as much as I've enjoyed my time in New Zealand so far, that has been a massive frustration, and I'm I'm kind of apprehensive about going south because I don't know what to expect, and I kind of know that there's a few places I'm just not going to be able to go to, or I'm just not going to be able to do this trip. I'm trying to avoid hiring a car this trip. I know I'm going to come back in the future to New Zealand because obviously I've got family here. I do love Auckland, so I will be back in the future, I know that. But it is very frustrating for me, and it's very frustrating that I can't do, or you can't, just making life simple is just so difficult. But anyway, that's my rant. Happy. New Zealand gets a very low score on the transport in terms of reviewing countries. So yeah, not happy. But anyway, it is what it is. You just got to concentrate on what you can concentrate on and make things happen. Well, a bit of a tip for everyone coming to New Zealand. Expect that it's going to be hard to find transport or get to places apart from if you're in Auckland CBD. So yeah. Right, back to Hamilton we go. Right, morning. Tuesday, 5th of December 2023, and you join Mata. So, let's go back to last night. So I think last night you took me back in Hamilton. We just got some dinner, did a wash, and went to sleep. Not too major. And then this morning, got a bus from Hamilton to Mata, got a public bus. So like an hour and 20 minutes. So this is the problem with New Zealand, as I discussed yesterday. It's like a 40-minute drive, but because of the way the buses are, it's taking like an hour and 20 this morning to get here. Basically, I'm in Mata because I'm doing the Hobbiton tour. So for those of you who don't know, Lord of the Rings was obviously filmed here, and the Hobbit film was filmed here. So basically, this is the movie set from those films, and basically they've made it to like a massive tourist exhibition, tour, etc. So I'm here, Mata, because obviously I want to do it, even though I've never watched Lord of the Rings, and I've never read the books, and I've never watched Hobbiton, and I had to come and do it, because when I eventually get around to watching the movies, like I say, I've already been here. So yeah, that's the plan. So I'm going to take you out. Not sure what I'm going to be able to film, what I can't film. Obviously very frustrating yesterday at the Glowworm caves where I couldn't film anything, but hopefully today I can show you guys a bit more in terms of the set, etc. So stay tuned for some film history. If you film buffs, this is the kind of video that may interest you. So stay tuned. Then after my tour today, get a bus back, and then tonight I head on a late bus to Taronga. That's on the east coast of 48 or about 36 hours in Taronga. But for a minute, Mata, Hobbiton tour. First off, I'm going to enjoy my decaf coffee, and then yeah, I'm going to show you some bits. So stay tuned. Hobbit's home. So cool. Unbelievable. Like, level of detail.
Alright, my friends, this is a self-guided exploration. So feel free to wander about into the bedroom, go to the bathroom, touch everything. I'll be standing here if the bed's ready. But if you have them, I'll let you know what's about to land.
We have a Hobbit bed, I've already said, but the level of detail is phenomenal. And this is just built for people on the film tours, on the tours. This wasn't even in the original movies or any of the filming scenes. And to create this just to people visiting is absolutely fantastic. Like, even like clothes, look. Hobbit clothes. Books. Some liquid. Lamp.
This is the one we did a picture of.
Fantastic. Right, back in Hamilton, Hobbiton tour, done and dusted. So it was phenomenal. I cannot recommend it enough. Genuinely, the level of detail in the houses was phenomenal. They thought of everything. I'll give you an example. There was a tree, a large tree behind one of the Hobbiton houses, and it looked completely real, but apparently it's completely fake. And then it'd all been basically manufactured out of steel and various materials to make this tree. And like the level of detail, even the leaves, it looked so real. Even in the Hobbiton house that they produced just for the visitors, the level of detail they got into to produce it, absolutely fantastic, like phenomenal. I can't believe the level of detail the director, whose name eludes me, has gone into to try and produce both Hobbiton and the Lord of the Rings films. They've basically left no stone untouched, and you know, tried to create the 1% or make the 1% matter. Which, again, I've not watched the films, but for most films, you do probably you're not looking out for the 1%. You know what this is, what that is, but they really have gone to the absolute limit to produce such a great thing. Simple as that. Absolutely fantastic. Can't recommend it enough. So yeah, if you're ever in Hobbiton, get yourself down there. And yeah, can't believe the level that they've gone to produce the films and to make them like amazing. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, get yourself to Hobbiton if you're in this part of the world. It's absolutely fantastic, and obviously it's nice to kind of be on a movie set. It's not something it's not something I frequently frequent. So yeah, nice to be there. Right, I'm in Nando's, gonna have my Nando's, and then I've got to get a bus to Taronga in about an hour or so. So gonna have my Nando's and head off. Hamilton, done and dusted. Most boring place I've ever been to, really, and really struggled to do stuff. But obviously had these 2 tours that I wanted to do. Apart from that, there isn't a lot to do here. You can kind of do the Glowworms and the Hobbiton tour from Auckland, so that's what I'd probably recommend doing. And then if you do want to spend a day in Hamilton, just do the Hamilton Gardens, which I haven't managed to do. They're meant to be quite good, so that's what I definitely recommend. But yeah, Hamilton, probably the most boring place I've ever been to as a traveller. Next step of the journey, Taronga, 48 hours there. We keep heading south, the journey continues. Thanks so much for watching. Hamilton, I want to say it's been amazing, but it hasn't. The 2 tours have been really good. Yeah, Hamilton, the less I know the better, I'm afraid. So apologies to all Hamiltonians or people from Hamilton. I don't know what the correct term is, but yeah, Hamilton, the less the better. Next scene's Taronga. See you in a bit.